So to you, modeling wasn't exactly modeling. It was more of just another form of acting, you would say.
Yeah, definitely I would say. And I like getting dressed up. So if someone else is dressing me up, why not? Again, it's like having an entirely new wardrobe without actually having to buy it or take it home. So
Yeah.
that is an additional plus point.
Yeah.
And again, I was just explaining to your friends, like, being in this economy, you can't just do one thing, especially as an artist. You can't just do one thing. And I know a lot of people who are doing tech work do want to still be involved in the arts. So a lot of my colleagues, a lot of people that I work with, they work 9 to 5 jobs as bankers, techies, software engineers, and then in the evening they come for rehearsals with equal amounts of energy as they would in the morning for work, because they're so eager to be an artist. But to be a full-time artist, you're constantly waiting on work. You don't have a job, right, every day. Every audition is a job interview. Every day you're waiting for work. So you can't just do one thing, because there's no guarantee that you will get a job, for that 1 month. So you have to do multiple things. Hence, yeah.
So you would say being an actor, being a producer, director, anything in the arts industry basically is unstable. So what advice do you think you would give to young aspiring artists right now?
Ooh. Be a business person.
Be a business
Be a business person. I am very bad at all of that. Or I was, at least. Now I've become a lot better. But you need to know how to pitch yourself. I can't do that. You need to know how to run yourself. Basically, you are the business. So as much investment as you would put in, say, opening a restaurant or opening a small business of your own, you need to put that much investment, not necessarily in terms of money, but just that much investment in terms of effort and time, in yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to learn how to market yourself, learn what the market wants from you or lacks, so that you can fulfill that lack and be able to provide for them what they require from you. So the same thing with me. I know that I will never be the lead, the main Bollywood heroine kind of face. I know that I'll never be that, because I'm very tall. I'm not very thin. So it's not. So a lot of actors don't, just visually, they don't look nice standing next to me according to general standards. So I know I'll never be the lead actor. So I market myself as the best friend, or I market myself as maybe the teacher to young kids and stuff like that. So it's just knowing what you really are and being able to offer that. And that's a very business move, I have to say. And other than that, I want to say that, a lot of people say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That's a lie. That's a blatant lie, because you still have to work, whether you love it or not. And there are days where you don't love it. Some days I just want to get up and say, you know what? Let's forget all of this. Let me just go and, I'll go to law school again and I'll study for another 5 years and then I'll just become a lawyer. Or leave this, I'll just do some secretary work. Or I'll just start something else. But, there are days like that. But then there are times where you know that this is exactly what you want to do. And it makes sense. So, yeah.
So if you could talk to your younger self right now, what do you think she would say to you? What do you think she would look at you and talk about?
Oh my God. I think she wouldn't be surprised, because I think growing up as a person who is involved in sports, that's also a kind of performance. And it always feels great when you win, people recognize you. When you don't win, everyone's feeling sad. So it's almost like as if you finish this huge play, which is a race, and then people are either congratulating you or criticizing you. So it feels very similar to acting. Once you finish a play, people are saying that, wow, it was so nice. So people are saying, it was a little weird here and there. I saw that you forgot your line. So so for her, I think she would say that okay, it makes sense. But I think she would berate me for betraying the writing part of myself. She would be like, what happened? where is the book? Where is the book that you said you wanted to write? Or where is the anthology of short stories and poems that you said you were going to write? But why, you know, you haven't so far. Other than that, I hope she would be proud. I think she would.
Yeah.
I should talk to her, maybe, like, figure out what it would be
Yeah.
like.
So you said you were really into writing. Now you're doing a little bit of writing in your like theater life. So how is that happening? What exactly you're producing and stuff? Yeah.
I'm writing my own play now. So it's a big deal. I'm trying to figure out that part. I used to write a lot of scripts and a lot of plays for multiple characters,
Yeah.
and there's multiple different settings and different scenes. But now I'm exploring sort of a one woman show that it still has multiple characters, but it's just a different, you know, angle, and the set is going to be just one set. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm exploring.
Yeah.
Other than that, like I mentioned before, I'm big into true crime and thrillers. So I'm working on a but more of short stories. I have many stories. I have very weird stories in mind that I'm working on as well right now. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you right now you're writing your own theater play right now. What do you find different in like writing your own play aside from getting a script and like acting it out?
I'm actually a huge nerd. So once I get a script that's already been written, I peruse through it. I deep dive into it. I read it multiple times. I research because there's so many cues within the, you know, play itself that tells me what I need to know about the culture, about the time, about the weather, about the people and everything.
Yeah.
But on this side of it, I have to decide what that is.
Yeah.
So I have to be able to give so much information so concisely that when someone else is reading, they have to want to do research the way I do research for plays that have already existed.
You want others to like your play like you do.
Do other plays, yeah. And when you are reading a play, you want to pick up. You're usually reading a play from the point of view of one character,
Yeah.
right? So you want to study that character and become that character as much as you can. So when someone reads my play, I want them to want to feel the same way. I want them to actually want to perform this play, and not just someone else. I want to perform the play. So if I write it well, then I'd want to do it well. So that's the biggest challenge. And honestly, I'm very bad at edits, at rewriting. So for me, my first draft is actually my final draft, which is a very bad thing because writing is rewriting. That's something that I learned, but it's very hard for me to put in practice. But it's a great challenge, and I love doing it.
Yeah. So you're loving doing producing work and like directing plays and all.
Yeah, I think I like everything about being an actor because I started, like I mentioned, I started as a writer, and then after that, I didn't immediately get on stage as an actor. I became a stage manager, a makeup artist, everything that a play needs to perform, everything backstage that a play needs in order to perform. I started there, and then I got into acting. But I would still rate writing and acting up at the top more than anything, for sure.
Yeah. You said you started out in theater acting. So why do you think you went for theater acting and not go for acting on screen or like doing short films and other types of media content?
I don't think I was very confident. I don't think, to be honest, I still don't think I look very good on screen. So for me, it's a more of a personal thing. It's it's a body image issues, all of those things. I wasn't very confident at all. And I know that being an actor on screen means that your scene partner, which is your camera, is right here.
Yeah.
So it's very daunting for the camera to be right next to you, and when your friends take a video of you without knowing, you're a little awkward, and then you get into, so it's very awkward for me till date. I can tell you that I operate with massive stage fright and screen fright or whatever that is, but that's why I think I started in the theater. So at least people are looking at me from a distance. There's a bit of a gap between my audience.
Yeah.
So I felt a little more comfortable on stage rather. And I think I'm not attacking film acting or anything, but I think it's very theater acting is more raw. You don't get a chance to cut and do another take. That's your moment. Like the minute you step on stage, you don't have a chance. You don't have a a do-over chance at all. So I think that that's a good challenge as well to have.
You rehearse, and
Multiple
then
times, and then you imagine you fail. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, with film, you can just come on the day, learn that scene, and then shoot it once, and they don't like it, and you shoot it again, shoot it multiple times until you get the perfect cut. But with theater, you rehearse for months, and then on if you mess up on stage, that's it. You don't get a chance. The audience who saw you is just going to go back and not recommend watching the play to other people. So that's really, it's really daunting. But yeah.